The Eagles were off and running on Sunday night in Los Angeles to beat the Rams, and one of the guys doing the work next to me. Hello, everyone. I'm Eagles insider Dave Spadaro, along with running back Wendell Smallwood. A conversation presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. And Wendell, congratulations. I know it's been a test of your patience throughout these 3 years here. It's amazing that you stay so sharp, and you played great on Sunday night.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Appreciate it.
How'd it feel out there?
Felt great.
Yeah.
Felt great out there in LA. The Eagles fans always travel well. They made it a home game for us, and the energy was the best it's been all year out there, and how we were playing, how together we were, how we didn't hang our head, and we just went out there and won the game. We believed, and we made it happen.
I remember talking to you after the game, and you were talking about how you had watched film of the game last year and how Jay ran so physically and broke so many tackles, and you kind of knew you had to take that mindset into it. Is that the mindset you want to bring in on Sunday also to the Texans?
Absolutely. I mean, it's always the mindset where sometimes you go and remind yourself, and you got to go and get another look at it. So I feel like the last game, I approached it with that chip on my shoulder and how hard he was running, how physical it had to be. And it doesn't get any easier this week. We got a great defense coming. We got one of the top rush defenses coming in here. And I believe we got to do the same thing if we want to win the game. We got to run the ball. We got to be physical. And the line has to be physical at the same time, so we control the line of scrimmage and we'll win the game.
You had 10 carries, 48 yards. I would like to take a look and kind of walk us through what you saw on the 2 touchdown runs. The first one from 9 yards out, following a big play down the field, a catch from Alshon Jeffrey. And here you go.
It was an inside zone. And if you look to the right, one of the hardest block is on the tight end. We call that sombrero block. And it was actually Dallas securing the end so that I could get behind Big Lane and Big B out there moving guys. You see they pushed those guys almost 5-10 yards off the ball, got inside of that, and I was like, man, I got through these guys. I can't let this safety stop me.
The safety, you're just lowering your shoulder and spinning off him.
Yeah, I knew he was coming. I said, man, let me get my pads down. I got to get in this end zone. I never seen a hole like this, and those guys, just how hard they work, how hard we work B blocks and double teaming up to those guys. I mean, they made it look easy for me.
Wendell, I wonder, are you aware of that safety? I mean, you've done all your scouting. Do you know how big and strong, and do you have any idea?
Actually, no. I didn't really look at that safety. I knew they were getting downhill all game though. So I was like, when we get to second level, they were sort of making us take that and wasn't giving us a chance to make a move in the hole. So I knew throughout the game we had to get our head down. They got me and Josh early, and then we started to have a plan for them later in the game, so they weren't coming as hard. And this guy, he didn't even wrap up right there. He just started to put later boom on me. But
and what'd you do with the football? Because there's no celebration.
I gotta find it actually. Hopefully it made its way back to the East Coast. But I gotta find it. I was just so happy and juiced up, and I know you see the guys slapping me in my head. Though that means a lot to that O-line, and it gets them going. It's way more important to them than a receiving touchdown. I think they take a lot of pride in the run game. You see Lane over here.
Oh, they're having a good time. They get fired up. I love it.
Dallas giving me a good.
Are you aware of the cameraman when that's happening? Like, are you aware of anything?
Yeah. You sort of see the cameraman. It's funny because he got like the fastest walk run ever. So I noticed that a lot.
So that is touchdown number 1 in the third quarter. Later in the quarter, after the Camus Grugier-Hill sack and the fumble recovery from Corey Graham, 2 plays later, 4-yard line, and you are smelling the end zone again. What do you see here?
Another inside zone run, and basically the same thing. That big B block, it just happened to be JP and Wiz working up to that guy. This time you see them cut it off, and they tried to put extra guys in the back in the box, and it sort of didn't work. And JP kind of carried me on in there. Sue rolled my left arm, I guess, and.
Now, off the edge here, this guy he's on you.
Yeah, he's unblocked, 20.
Yeah.
They brought the blitz, they brought the nickel, and he just couldn't get there. I mean, when I see a hole that fast, I'm going to hit it. So had I not got that hole and that line got that big push that they did, I probably would have been tackled in the backfield.
And then you do the gun show.
Yeah, because I just felt strong. I'm like, man, this is easy. This is a walk in the park getting in here, so
I love it.
I was like, man, gotta flex the muscles.
And we always talk about how much the offensive line loves to get going with the run. They really do, don't they?
Yeah, it's like it does something different for them. I mean, you feel the energy in the huddle when we're there. They're like, run the ball, man. Don't pass it. Run the ball. It doesn't matter what the coach calls. They're asking the quarterback to run the ball. We want to run the ball. We want it put in our hands, and it shows those guys' character. They want the game in our hands. They want the game to start and end with them. And whether we lose or win, they want it to be because of them. So it shows how much trust Doug has in them to run the ball and do what they say they want to do. They want to block things a certain way. They want to run things a certain way. So
Wendell, your level of confidence after having that kind of game?
It's tremendously. It's high. It's mile high, especially for us to do it against this team, a team that's been rolling, a team that's been beating people up. I mean, our defense went out there and made plays. Special teams, it was truly, like Doug said earlier this week, a team effort. You saw every part of the ball flying around. You saw everyone having fun. It's like we've been clicking a lot of games, but I feel like this one was a definitely one of those games that we were firing on all cylinders.
It felt like last year in a lot of ways. I mean, I know nobody wants to compare things to last year, but for us, the energy, the stadium, it was.
I think you're absolutely right. It was huge energy. Having fun, talking on the sideline, like not worried about losing the game. We were more focused on winning the game. We weren't playing to not lose. We were playing to win this game. We were playing hard. We were fighting for every yard, fighting to stop them. I mean, they have a great offense. You see the guys getting after the quarterback and sort of just making those plays that we know we could make. And when we made them, you know, we celebrate better than anybody. I think celebration started in Philly.
I think it did for sure last year. Now it's time to go against the Houston Texans. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Very good team. You got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, we got it. It doesn't get any easier, like I said earlier. You got a great front. You got J.J. Watt. You got Clowney. You got guys who can play, and you got a good quarterback who we have to tame. You got good running backs, and they got a pretty good receiver over there. So
not bad. Yeah.
At the same time, though, I always think it don't matter who we playing. We play our game, we're going to win the game. So as long as we do our job and we do it well, man, we could care less who's out there on the field.
Love it. Wendell Smallwood, keep it rolling. Wendell Smallwood in studio, conversation presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Thanks for joining us.